Welcome back. There will be a lot of extra radio signals coming out of Joplin this weekend.
That's right. Hundreds of ham radio operators are in town for a big convention. KSN's Brad Douglas talks to them about their hobby and why they love sending mixed signals, but in a good way.
There's a Hamfest being held in Joplin, and no, there's no pork products involved, just a bunch of radios. Meet John Frederick and Robert Simpson. They also go by
N8GOU.
N0NTC.
Those are their call signs, and Robert is from Houston, Missouri, that is, and he's been a ham operator for years, and he really got started with it in the Navy.
Well, on the USS Shasta, I was the second class. That put me in the middle of the hierarchy of technicians, and so I didn't have to swab the deck. I didn't have to do all the paperwork.
This is the largest ham radio convention in Missouri, and the collectors have a chance to find radios that date back more than 60 years. And you can also find supplies. For instance, this table is all vacuum tubes, and Robert can talk shop on it. Just listen.
Especially vacuum tubes, you know where the electrons are going. You know, they travel from the cathode to the anode, and they don't go backwards. They don't mess around like they do in transistors.
Yeah, no idea what that meant, but it sounded cool. And vacuum tubes have different lifespans, it seems.
I have some in that radio that's 50 years old. I have some that last a week. Depends on how you treat them.
Kind of like a woman.
I'm not going to say that because I got one at home that'll smack me.
And John says you can talk to people around the world with this hobby.
It reflects off the ionosphere. So I could be talking here in Joplin, and my radio signal will bounce off of a layer of the ionosphere that's been charged by the sun, and I can go 2,500, 5,000 miles all the way around the world. Worldwide communications when things are right.
Robert is selling several of his old radios, so do they go for big bucks?
Apparently not.
And the group expects about 1,000 people to come to Hamfest this weekend, so if you're missing an elusive vacuum tube, you may have some luck. Let's send it back to you.
Okay, good to know, Brad. The Hamfest is being held at the Joplin Convention and Trade Center, which is by the Holiday Inn, and it will be open until 8 p.m. tonight, and then will be open from 8 o'clock until 2 p.m. tomorrow. The cost, by the way, is $8 at the door. So learn something new.
Brad's always finding the cool stuff happening all around the area.
An elusive vacuum.
I'm telling you what, if you're looking for one of those vacuum tubes, he's going to